Hey guys, we've been getting a lot of questions about our plans for the camper truck for the floor plan. So we thought we'd do a video. None of the work has started yet.
we're trying.
But we thought we'd do this video and just show you what we're planning.
Yep.
Well, hey everybody, I'm Bill.
And I'm Elizabeth. Live simple.
Live free. So, the floor plans. We have them drawn out on paper, and we will show you here the plans drawn out on paper, and then we'll go out to the truck and show you where everything goes and see what you think.
Now we've actually carefully measured down to the inch exactly where we're going to try to put everything, figuring in the walls getting a little thicker, all of that. This one that I'm showing you has not been done perfectly to scale, but I think it'll just give you a good overall idea of what our basic plans are.
Yeah, she just sat down and drew it out real fast freehand, and in fact it's not even close to scale. But
that's not the point.
You'll get the idea.
We have figured out that what we think will fit in there will fit in there. Okay. So we've done that.
Now, we have been talking about this for months.
Yes, yes.
And we have gone through about 50 different iterations of this plan. Everything imaginable with the... Everything from a sunken tub to the bed hanging from the ceiling.
Sunken tub. We really want to put a lot of thought into how we're going to set things up and what we need. And we've watched a lot of videos of very smart people who have done this very same kind of truck and all their different ideas. So from experience, from all these years, we know very well that a lot of people are going to have really a lot of great ideas they want to share with us. And we're not going to be able to do everybody's idea. We certainly read them, and somebody may have an idea that we're like, oh man, we should have thought of that. That's great. But before we start really doing permanent installations, which we're working on kind of slowly here, believe me, we will have put a lot into making sure that this is really how we want it to work and why.
Also, we are planning on putting in a fairly major solar system and of course plumbing.
Yes.
And you know, I'm an electrician, I can wire a house, but I've never done anything with solar and 12 volt and all of the components involved in that. I know that I could do it if I get some sort of a diagram, wiring diagram, and figure everything out, but you know, I just don't have the energy to do all that. And so we have a friend out in Utah, lives out there, that we know from Thrive Life because he's a consultant, but we stay at his house many times when we go out to Utah for Thrive conventions.
Super nice people.
He has a business actually building custom vans. He buys four-wheel drive transit vans and custom builds the interior into a camper and sells them. Beautiful work, absolutely beautiful work.
Very professional, extremely good.
So he went to Costa Rica with us last month, and we took down some plans and I showed him what I wanted to do. And the plan right now is for me to take the truck out there when we're ready and have him do all the installation of the batteries, the solar system, all of that kind of stuff, and all the plumbing as well. And I think that would be worth it to me to pay the extra money for his labor, just to know that it's done right and to know that I don't have to spend so many hours trying to figure it out.
It's so funny, as soon as he said he was going to install the solar system, I'm just picturing these planets and all this stuff going around. But yeah, getting all of the proper wiring in, you know, he's an expert at all this stuff. So he said our plan looked good, and so you know, we're gonna have an expert do some of this stuff, and of course we'll share that all with you.
Now I'm going to do all the interior wiring in the camper itself. I'm just going to bring all the wires down to where the batteries will be, and then he can hook all that up once he sets up the whole solar charge system.
And he's tried all sorts of different water heating systems, everything imaginable, and he's really come up with stuff that he feels is good quality, that's going to last. Yeah.
So, should we show him the plans?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the plans.
Okay. So here's my kind of roughed-in drawing of what we have in mind. And this is the back of the truck box. And I'm going to kind of start back here. We are really hoping that when we need to, we can put the trike, possibly even the motorcycle, in here under certain situations. Out the back, right here, there's a beautiful ramp that's still a part of the truck that just pulls out and goes out. We used that when we were bringing the piano in and loading it. But it makes a very smooth passage up into here. So we have decided to leave that opening available. So this section right in here is actually going to be a built-in dinette that turns into a bed really easily. The space in between the two seats is going to be about 38 inches, and that way we know that we can bring like the trike in and things like that. We'll actually build in tie downs. They're very easy to inset, and we'll have those ready. So this will be a bed here. During the day, we're going to have a table that I've already kind of picked it out, just a basic light table that I can handle that's not a heavy installation. Will actually be propped up against a wall right here with straps. I can bring it down. The table will set right in here, and then we'll have the two seats. Tell you the proportions aren't perfect.
We're talking just a folding table.
Yeah, just a folding table.
So like a card table kind of thing, but
Yes.
we've seen them rectangular,
Yes.
long, and then when you fold it up, stand it up against the wall.
Stand it up right over here against a wall. And then we've got it where it's the kind of legs where you can get in here and you're not tripping over the leg. The legs are kind of inset. Anyway, they look really good. Then at night, that table can just be taken down easily, folded, and propped up here. And then there's going to be slats that come out here and come out here and meet in the middle. Bill can build that in. We've seen lots of designs for it. And then the cushions on the little side seats will flatten right back out, and it'll form a bed there. And so it'll be just a nice size bed. And then when you come in, then on the left is going to be like the basic kitchen area. We're going to have a sink here, and there's actually going to be a shower here. So our gray tank, we're going to have a gray tank that's going to go underneath right here. But we're going to have like at least the sink installed. We're talking about getting like, is it an induction burner? Is that what they're called?
I don't know yet. That's to be determined.
Yeah, we don't know for sure yet, but some kind of cooking thing
I don't
here.
even know whether we're going to use an electric stove or a propane stove.
Yeah. But we'll have something here that can be taken outside to cook on, or can be easily brought in and cooked on with the counter here. Also, that table's going to form some nice counter space when we need it. So that'll be the sink and the little kitchen area. And I can go ahead and tell you right now that we're planning on the plumbing installation to go under here.
That would be the freshwater tank under the seat.
Yes. And then just the water heating system and all of it. He can make it into a nice, snug, really well-built unit that'll go under there. So now it's going to actually be a small, 2 feet by 24 inches by 32 inches.
Yeah.
We already have the base of it. We'll show it to you. Of a shower that's going to go here. And because it's a large square space, we're going to be able to put in a full shower there. Bill will build up the walls.
Talking about the walls are square; they don't lean in like they do
Right.
in a transit van or something.
So we can have a full standing small shower, and I'm very thrilled about that. And we do have already a composting commode. It seems to be pretty good, and that can be just easily set in here. We'll have a curtain across. It can be easily set in here. But I'll tell you honestly, if I need to use the shower, I appreciate knowing I can just set the commode out and I can just stand in the shower and maneuver. I lose my balance too easily. And if I'm trying to somehow shower sitting down, which feels awkward to me anyway, I didn't want a wet bath, what they call a wet bath. So the commode will be movable. We're not getting a black tank. It's just a composting commode that we have. And then this over here, this is the pass-through door into the cab of the truck. Above it is going to be a bunk. Bill and I really talked about it, and we could not figure out a way to put a real full-size bed in here that I wouldn't be having to climb into it, which is really hard for arthritis for my knees, or one of us would have to be climbing over the other all the time. So basically, this is his bed, that's my bed. And so we're fine with that. It's for adventures, it's for camping. So this is going to be a bunk up here for him. We're putting in windows. We already have them coming. A little window here and a window here. And there's already, as you guys have seen, the little skylight fan already installed above here. Now with Bill working like he does, now I'm going to be able to use a computer at the table and get myself set up. But with the kind of work he does all the time, we're going to set him up an actual office area. It'll be a permanent desk where he can permanently set up what he needs to, just right here. It should be a good size for him. Doesn't need to be real big.
To do all of my video editing and
Yeah.
answering of comments and emails and everything related to YouTube and Thrive Life will be done from that desk.
Yeah, he puts in hours and hours. So, and like I said, I do take care of all of our family finances and bookkeeping, and I do my own video editing for sure. But I think if I find a good place to tuck my computer out of the way, we'll be able to build in shelves and stuff. Tuck my computer out of the way, I can make do with the table. Because when I sit down, I spend quite a bit of time, but then I can put it away. He has to be at his desk all the time. So anyway, there'll be a kind of a wall there that we want to prop that table up against. And then this is our door that we've already installed that goes to the outside. And then right here, there's going to be a floor-to-ceiling storage space. It's actually more square than it looks. Like I said, my proportions aren't perfect. But I'm hoping that we can go ahead and install probably a chest-type refrigerator in here that's half refrigerator and half freezer that we can do. And then just storage shelves from floor to ceiling. And that's a good 7.5 feet or something like that we can put in of just built-in storage. So I haven't really felt like I have to have some definite closet space. It might be that I can rig some way to hang a few hooks here maybe for things that really should hang. But we just don't use that much hanging space for clothes.
And then there will also be cabinets on the ceiling across here and probably across there for more storage.
Yeah, all the way across here is going to be like upper cabinets. In fact, we're not putting in a window right here in the kitchen. We're going to put a window in right here above the seat on both sides. And that way we can put a lot of cabinetry up here, and we're going to have cabinetry above his desk and maybe above the door, and then there'll be this whole section here. We're trying to build in quite a bit of storage. And then underneath this side, where there's going to be a window up here and everything, underneath this side is going to be where all the electrical stuff is going to be installed. So one of the things I like about it is that I feel like that we're trying to make the best use of space where we don't have to have a walkway anyway. If we want to use this, by the way, well, I'll get back to that. But this has to be sort of an entryway. This is an entryway, and that's an entryway. Those all need some space to be able to come in. So I feel like this is a real good center area where I can set the little composting toilet out of the way, or we can bring the table out if we need to, or just decide to set up something here to watch something on the computer, whatever. I like the openness of this. If I get up at night and I'm trying to stagger around, I need to have some maneuvering room. So anyway, I like the design. I think it's going to give us everything we really need. We're trying to make the best use of the space that we can. Putting a bed this way takes up so much space. And like I said, I just don't want one or the other of us to be crawling over the other one, because he gets up very early and I get up a lot more than he ever does at night. So it's always a little bit, we always have to try to figure that out. So I'm going to give him some good blackout curtains, and when he goes to bed really early, he can crawl up here, pull those curtains across, and have a nice, dark, quiet place to sleep. And then, I'm not up that late, but it's hard for me to go to bed right when he does, because he's really an early riser. Okay, the other thing I was going to mention is that we're keeping the big door here that comes up. We're just going to keep it, make the inside look nicer, paint it or whatever. But what I love is the idea that if we're someplace where we can back up against a beautiful view, we could be sitting here at the dinette and just have that door up, and it could be beautiful. And we've already bought a screen door thing that's magnetic, that I had to go for one that went for a garage, not for an RV, because it's a big space. But we can install that. We're going to try to figure out how, so that we'll also have a screen there. But I love that, my monster picture window. It's really fun showing you this right now, because it's the first time I've been in the box here where it's been raining. And I think it's going to be really cool to be in here when it's raining. It sounds so cozy. So let me just show you what we're talking about here. If we start right here, this is going to be the bunk. And it's going to come out a little farther actually than right here. It won't take much to get that a little bit wider, but it'll be a nice bunk. And right down here is where the cutout is going to be that goes right into the cab of the van. Right over here then, we're going to have a permanent place set up for Bill to have an office. It'll be right in this corner. There can be cabinets above. He may even want to put some cabinets up here if he decides to, because all he needs is just the opening to get up into the bed. Of course, there's going to be windows on either side up there. So anyway, we're going to try to set him up with a very nice, office space that he can use. We come over here, we have the shower. And because this is a square box and not a curved roof like you would find in most nice vans being fixed up, you can really put in a shower, and it's kind of nice. This is it's a big enough size to be able to really use. I'm grateful that I don't really have to sit down in here and to try to shower, because I don't know how well this size would really work. But it works great for standing, and I can easily use. It's a nice shower for both of us. And then my little composting toilet can just set in there, and there'll be a curtain that goes across. That'll be kind of nice. But if I need to, I just take it out, and then I can actually just take a shower. We're not going to have a black tank. We're not going to need it. We've got the composting toilet. Over here then is going to be the kitchen area. And the plumbing and drain for the shower and the plumbing and the drain for the sink are real close together here with the gray tank underneath them. And then right across here we'll have counter space, cabinets up above. And so I think it'll give us enough room to work with. We can even pull the table out a little bit and work with it over here, just for kitchen fixing space. Now, when we come over in here then, we have the space that is going to be available if we want to bring in a trike or a motorcycle or something like that. There'll be 2 seats on either side here. The cushions made very carefully to fit exactly this bed space that's going to be needed later. Windows in on both sides. And it's cool because Bill, we've seen designs like this a lot. Bill's going to easily be able to do it. But as soon as the table gets propped up against the side of his office over there and just kind of strapped in, then this will pull out on slats. And this pulls out on slats. And when it comes together, then I just put cushions down and it's a bed. So I think it's going to work really well. So over here then, I told you that my picture was a little bit not proportional, because once the bed comes out, there's a nice amount of space left here to put in a floor-to-ceiling cabinets and design where we want to put a fridge in there, and that'll be easy to get to the wiring, because all the electrical is going to be under here, just like the freshwater tank will be over on the other side, underneath the seat. So I think we can put a good amount of storage in here. And then of course we have our door. So I feel like this gives us good, you have to have room when you have egress or you have a door coming in. You have to have some room to maneuver. So this leaves that a little bit open here. It'll leave it open coming in here and entering into the shower. And for Bill to sit down at his desk, it's open to cook. It'll be open to have access to the table and the seats and the bed. So I like that we're kind of wrapping around the central area. And it'll be a lot easier for me to maneuver in here if it's not little skinny passageways. So I really appreciate that. So actually, when I think about us using this for camping or for like traveling somewhere, can you tell I'm excited? I want to have a lot of our time outside. And so we can take the table that'll be over there outside. We have a kind of a roof awning sort of a thing. You might have seen it when we were doing the concrete work at our house in Virginia. We had that. And we can have lawn chairs and we can move whatever we're going to cook on out there or have it in here. So I want to have a lot of our time be out. But on a day like today where it's pouring rain, or we just have some kind of bad weather, it's going to be wonderful to know that in here we can easily go ahead and cook. We can stay comfortable. We can do what we need to do. Bill's got someplace he can work. So I think that it's going to be great. As I can see right here, it looks like I can even be sitting at the table here with this thing up and rain's not coming in because it's not blowing. And I can just enjoy looking at the rain. I love that.
Now let me show you this ramp. I love the way this is built right in. It's so easy to use, it's amazing. Then you just pull it out a little bit further and hook it up here and it's a flush run right in. That way the bed will be, the dinette will be on both sides, and if we take the table out, then we have the walkway right here where we can bring up bicycles or the motorcycle and latch it all down in there. And then when we're done with it, just like that. Isn't that cool?
I love it. I love it.
Now you've already seen this roof vent right here. And when I put this in, like I mentioned in that video, there will be another one in the back, right over top of the dinette and the bed back there. And then I'm planning on an air conditioner up here. Now, what I was planning on is a Dometic 12-volt air conditioner. They have roof air conditioners now that are 12 volt that can run off with the batteries, and if you have big enough batteries, it can run indefinitely. But several of you have suggested that I look at a mini split system. And that's very intriguing because I believe one of you mentioned that you can, just like HVAC in a house, you can turn it around to run the other way and actually blow heat in here as well. So that would be really cool. I don't know if they're 12 volt or not. I'll have to look into that. Or if I would have enough battery capacity to convert it to 110 to run a mini split system. Anyway, I don't know completely yet what I'm going to do about the air conditioning, but there definitely will be AC and probably heat. Now right up here on both sides, I'll put a window, one on each side. I already know exactly where that's going. I know the space that I have, so we've already ordered the windows. As soon as they come in, I will install them. We're going to also have two windows there in the back above the dinette, one on each side. But I don't know yet exactly how big they're going to be, how much room I'm going to have. So I want to wait until I get some of the cabinets put in, built in, and maybe the dinette built in. So I know how big those windows have to be. And then it's an easy thing to just cut them in and put them in there. That'll give a lot of extra light. Two big windows there, two smaller windows here. We have a window on the door and a couple of skylights that let light in. Should give us all kinds of light and ventilation in here.
As soon as we came inside from out in the rain, my glasses steamed up, so I think I'm going to take them off for a minute.
Yeah, mine are wet as well. So there you go, guys. It's our plans for the future for the camper truck.
Yeah, for our camper truck. Camper truck RV van thing. I'm going to need to name it.
She struggles with what to call it. Is it an RV? Is it a truck? Is it a van? Is it a... I don't care. It's a truck. It's a camper. It's just...
I know it's technically a van, but it sure feels like a truck to me.
So, what do you think? I'm sure we will get all kinds of comments
and suggestions.
Suggestions of, yeah, so
We have really tried to put thought into what we really would need on an everyday basis and try to make the best reasonable way to put that in place. So,
so now, you know, like I've said all along, this is going to be a slow build.
yeah, please realize that. Yes.
I got a lot going on, and it'll probably take me quite a few months to actually get the thing built. So you just hang in there, and I'll show you as I do it.
Well, and we are doing everything cash.
Yeah.
So we have to take it a step at a time, but it's on its way. We will show you all of it.
Yeah. And we are really looking forward to being able to actually travel in it.
Oh, even just to take it for a couple of days somewhere here in Florida. I just think it'll be so much fun. So, and yeah, we're,
In fact, we have our first trip in it next week.
yeah.
It's not even built out, as you see, but we have to go to Austin, Texas for a Thrive Life event that I'm speaking at. So we're going to drive. It's about 1,000 miles from here, 900 miles from here. And so I'm just going to build a real crude little bunk out of plywood in the back for her to put the mattress on, and I'll take a mattress and put it on the floor. There's nothing in there except the 2 mattresses for this trip.
And the commode.
And the commode. But it'll be our first experience traveling in our stripped down camper.
Oh, I'm thinking of it as an adventure.
Yeah.
It's certainly more substantial than just being in a tent. So, yeah, it's an adventure.
Yeah.
Can I see yet? A little better.
So, thanks for watching.
Yes.
I know many of you seem to be as excited as we are just watching what we're doing. So,
yeah, it's
thank you for
going to be
that.
fun. Alrighty.
Okay?
Okay.
Live simple.
Live free.
You be blessed.
Yes. Listen, we love you guys, and we will, of course, see you very soon.
All right.
Bye-bye.